What's up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. Back again here with the Certified Mexican. Today we're gonna work on the 335 right there. We got the special package that's right over here. So we're gonna replace the control arms, all 4 control arms, only in the front. I didn't order the rear ones because I really haven't checked the rear ones out, and I haven't noticed any. When I've driven the car, I didn't notice any like wiggle or any noise from the back, so I figured they're still good. But we are gonna take a look at them today and see if they're still good, if I need to order them or not. And if I do, I will. If I don't, then good. Less money I have to spend. But let me clean some of the driveway up because I gotta get this car out of the garage in order to work on it. And then that way we can get it out because I want to work on it out here, a little bit more room to work on, and we can go ahead and replace those control arms. Now these control arms are kind of special because they are M3 control arms, so that gives the car, I think it was like 0.75 more degree of camber, which in return lets it drive better, is smoother. The bushings are better on the M3 control arms from what I read, at least. They're a little bit stiffer, so that gives the steering a little bit more response. But yeah, without any further ado, let me take this car out, let me clean all this area up, and then let's get to it. Alright guys, so now that the car is outside of the garage, as you can see here, we're going to take a look at the parts that FCP Euro sent us. So before we take anything apart, let's just make sure we got the right parts, and from there we'll jack up the car, take off one of the wheels, because obviously we're going to do one wheel at a time, and then go from there. Let's go ahead and open them. Yes, we went with FCP Euro because FCP Euro provides a lifetime warranty. So whenever these control arms go bad, which hopefully it won't be for a while, then we just order new ones and we get lifetime control arms. I do plan on keeping this car for now at least, so that's why we went with FCP Euro. Oh yeah. One, two, and then 3, 4. We also got this this headlight leveling sensor because my car does have that, so this came along with the kit and the little bolts. And here's everything. Everything looks to be correct for an E3, for an e92 3 Series coupe. Alright guys, so we're gonna work on the driver's side first. Got all my tools and the parts laid out. Gotta jack up the car, take off the wheel. That way we can have better access to the control arms in the back there. So let's get to it. So now let's take a look at what we're working with. So we have to remove this control arm right here. This is the tension arm, I think. For these cars, I think this is the control arm, if I'm not mistaken. So we got to remove this. For this, it's this bolt slash nut over here, and then this right here, and then for this one, it's one over here, a nut and a bolt. And we can't forget the leveling sensor that's on this side right here. That's just like 210mm, I believe. We'll see. Alright guys, so the first thing we're gonna try to do is remove these nuts right here, because I don't have an impact and these might be a pain to take off. Actually there's one back here and then there's one under here for this one. So we're gonna try and take those off first, because if we can't take those off, then I can't do the job. So let's do that. All right, so let me show you. See how that has a star in there? So that's in order for someone to be able to stick a Torx in there and prevent this from spinning with the nut, because it's together, it's tight. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so as you can see here, I got a T40 that fits right in there. It just slides in there, right there. And then I'm gonna use this to stop the nut from moving. Just like that. Now, let's see if this extension is long enough. All right, now we're gonna take off this bolt here that goes all the way through to the other side that has a nut. So we gotta hold both sides and go counterclock. We gotta go the opposite ways of each. On one side, I'm gonna put a wrench, and on the other, the ratcheting socket, and we're gonna go opposite. All right guys, I got one control arm out. This one isn't bad. As you can see, kind of there, it was beginning to crack. I don't know if the camera will pick it up that good, but yeah, it's not, I don't think I had to replace it just yet, but I'm already doing it, so might as well I ordered the package deal. It looks like it's beginning to go right there. The one that's really bad is this one over here, so we'll get to that one pretty soon. But let me just show you, now that I have this out, let me find that nut over there. So this bolt goes through here, goes all the way through the subframe, and there's a nut that goes here. You just have to put a wrench here and a ratcheting wrench over here and go the opposite way for both. This one go that way, this one go this way. That way you can take this out. To remove that, right there, this is a T40 that you have to stick in there. That way you can prevent this from spinning, because this likes to spin like that. And then that way you can remove the nut right there. And then over here, this is just a 10. You get a 10 wrench to hold this, and then there's a 10 nut. That's that one right there. that goes on the other side. That way you can remove the leveling sensor right here. And just like that, that control arm that's set right in between here is out. Now we're gonna put in the new one. Just work backwards. All right, guys, we are halfway there. We already did one side. I may or may have not included some clips of me doing the driver's side. It's too hot, and the phone, the battery died, and the phone was getting hot because it's too hot. We're in Florida. It says that it's like 93 degrees, but it feels like 103, so I'm trying here. But we got one side out. We're gonna compare that one side with the other side, the new parts, just to see some of the differences. So here, check it out. So on this side, we have both the old, as you can tell, and the new. And here we're gonna take a look at the bushing. See how this is all round. And then the bushing on this one is not all round. It doesn't have this extra support in the middle here. It's just supported by these two rubber pieces, which if you could see in there, see, that's cracked. And we'll turn it around, and on this side, that's cracked too. And that's the main reason why we're replacing them with uncracked M3 control arms. All right, so that's that. Now on the other side here, as you can tell, the design of it is completely different. This is more of a straightforward, where this one has a little thing over here, little V, and this one has the leveling sensor because it's on the driver's side, but the other one had a little hook instead of having this clip here. What's also different in these is the ball joint. This is a metal piece, right? And then this is held, looks like it's aluminum, and it has a bushing in the middle, where this, it seems like it's just a ball joint covered with these rubber pieces on top. So, you know. And like I already said, the design is different over here, as you could probably tell right there. All right, so now I'm gonna do the passenger side, and let's see if I can keep you guys a little bit more in the loop of how I'm doing things. Let's try it. The phone's a little bit more charged now, and but on this side, it's the sun is just hitting me straight. So let's see. All right, so first things first, guys. On this side, we're gonna remove the wheel, of course. All right, guys, so for this side, it's the same thing. Gotta remove this nut, or put it, and hold this other nut over here on this side, because it goes straight through. Gotta remove these, one, and then the other one's at the bottom right here. 1, 2. Gotta remove those two. There's no leveling sensor on this side, so we don't have to worry about that. And we got to remove that nut right there. So what I want to do first is make sure I can remove these, because these are the hardest, because if necessary I have to stick a Allen in here to hold this from spinning. So let's try that. There goes nothing. I don't know if you could tell, but it moved. Now let's see if we can speed things up a little bit. thankfully, as you saw there, that one came off pretty easy. So now we gotta knock it out and see it pop out. And you wiggle until it comes out. Alright guys, so I was able to get this out and get it in. You gotta wiggle it back and forth to get it out. And to get it in, I used this to hammer it in because this one's a little bit harder to get back in. So now I'm gonna remove the other control arm right here. It's already out. I just have to remove this right here, this nut. I believe it's an 18. Once I remove that, it comes right out and this pops right down. That one's very easy. Now to put the new one back on, just stick it in, stick the nut inside, and then the other side, and this side you gotta stick on in the hub over here, and that's it. Alright guys, so quick update. Oh my god. The control arms are in. Let's see if I can get in there. As you can see, the nut is still loose, but I have to tighten it. If we go to this side, this control arm is in. I still have to tighten the nuts, but just so you can take a look at how everything looks assembled. Like so. Just like that. So now what I have to do is jack up the car through here until it gets off the jack stand. That way I know that this corner is supporting most of the weight. That way I can tighten down the nuts to 120 foot-pounds on the subframe, I believe. Or these are 120 foot-pounds and those are 70, one or the other. Now these are 120 and then those are 70 foot-pounds. So let me get to that. Alright guys, so that is it for today. I am exhausted. I am drenched in sweat. It is hot AF out here. But before we go, I'm gonna give you another look at why I was replacing the control arms. But here, take a look. Alright, so this is one of the control arms right here, and as you can see there, it's cracked. That is no bueno. See on this side as well, it is cracked. That allows the bushing to flex more than it should. And here's the other one. Look at that big old crack right there. And let's check out the other side. And look at that big old crack right there on that side. Now these weren't that bad. They were beginning to crack. They had small cracks like right there, as you can see. And on this side I don't see anything that bad. This one was beginning to crack right there. And this one on this side. So there you have it guys. If you own a 335 or even an M3 and you take a look under your car, check out your control arms, make sure they don't have those cracks, because if not, your suspension will be out of whack, your alignment will be out of whack, your tires will wear out unevenly, and you'll feel a lot of play in the steering wheel. And just like that, guys, I am out. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.